It's Pokemaster 88 bringing you Week 1 SPDA. We are coaching your California Trailblazers. We are taking on Sorrow and his Pregnant Piranhas. Very cool. I'm very excited to start this brand new league. We got some brand new opponents, a lot of first time matches, but a lot of cool new challengers, right? So, with that being said, we're gonna just hop right in to the matchup. And looking at my opponent's team, he's got some very threatening Pokemon on his side with the Dragapult, the Gliscor. Dragapult's the fastest mon in this whole entire game here. So, with that being said, I think he outspeeds our whole entire team. But that's not the worst thing in the world. We have ways to deal with it, right? He's got good hazard setters with Gliscor, T-Tar, and even Lycanroc and set hazard. So, um, very good sweeping options with Volcarona and Iron Crown. He's got bulky options with Pheasantipity and Volcarona. No, Pheasantipity and Vaporeon. And even T-Tar is a bit bulky with the sand when the sand ends up. I think his Terra Captains with Arboliva, Lycanroc, very well placed. I've seen Terra Ampharos do very well in draft. I think the Terra types on Lycanroc, fighting Rock and Dark, very good. I think Dark is interesting, but not bad. Arboliva is a Fire, Fairy, and Steel. Those are very good types for Arboliva. And then the Flying, Ice, and the Dragon for Ampharos. Very cool. Very cool. And he's got a very good Rapid Spinner with him on top. I think the team is very well built. But you look at our side, we got the Latios, or the Latios, excuse me. We can hit Gliscor and Iron Crown for super effective damage. We got a very nice speed tier against Volcarona. We don't really want to be in front of T-Tar, but we can always flip turn out. Greninja, same thing. We got a lot of options here. We got Spikes, we got U-Turn, we got Dark Pulse, we got ways to hit T-Tar, ways to hit Pult, ways to hit Gliscor. We're naturally faster than Volcarona. If I want to run a physical stat, we can clap it. Vaporeon, to a degree, can wall Greninja, so need to look out for it. Pheasantipity also, to a degree, can wall Greninja, so if we're not running extra sensory. Sterilite is the team's primary way of breaking things. We can break a lot after a +1 or 2. Depending for bulk up or sword stance. Milotic, very good check to Iron Crown, very good check to Volcarona, a very good check to T-Tar and Gliscor. Milotic is very important. Palmot is my primary Terra Captain this week. We are running Terra Electric, Flying, and Ice on our Palmot. We got a second Terra Captain at the bottom with Vileplume. We got Water, Fire, and Fairy. Very cool. So I think looking at the matchup, I don't think we look very bad. Even though Pult is the fastest mon in this matchup, we have ways to kind of handle Pult, Gliscor. I think the first 3 are coming. If I had to guess, I think the first 3, Arboliva, Hitmontop, that's your only Rapid Spinner, and then the 6th mon can literally just be it could either be like Vaporeon, it could be Fez. So yeah, but I'm gonna get into what we're bringing and why. And our first Pokemon is Palmot. We are Terra Electric. We are 216 speed. We got enough speed to outrun Volcarona. We are Jolly. Iron Fist, because this powers up our Ice Punch. We are Air Balloon this week, which I'm kind of not sold on. I might even change this a little bit later. But this is, maybe we can get a free Swords Dance. Not a Swords Dance, a free bulk up on Gliscor. So if it's ever in front of us and they want to like set their hazards or rocks, he's probably gonna have to break that Air Balloon before he can even like start dealing with Palmot with that Pokemon. So hopefully by then we can get a +1 bulk up and knock it out with Ice Punch, depending on how many defensive EVs he's running. But it's a pretty straightforward Palmot set. played around extra belt here and there. There might be some better items that I haven't really came across, but for now, this is what we're running for Palmot this week. Moving on, we have our girl Milotic. She's 204 HP, 248 defense. Rest through in her SPDA. This helps check T-Tar, Lycanroc, because those are his primary physical attackers. This is also going to help with Gliscor too, because if Gliscor wants to go for a toxic, we got the Flame Orb, so we don't have to worry about that. This is a status sponge. Another thing is to keep in mind, Dragapult could have Hex to really handle Milotic, so that is something to look out for. But this is our primary way of checking his primary sweepers, right? We are Scald, Recover, Light Screen, Dragon Tail. Scald hits everything but Vaporeon. Recover is to keep us healthy. Light Screen allows me to set up a Light Screen on Arboliva, and we can pretty much go hard Ceruledge and start setting up if it's not, yeah, so Light Screen helps with Ceruledge, and then, yeah, this is a very important Milotic, because if I ever see Arboliva come in on Milotic, we're just going to click Light Screen and then immediately go Ceruledge and then start setting up. Spoiler, Ceruledge is coming, so yeah, this is Milotic for this week. And we are at our boy Ceruledge. So we are max attack, 184 speed. This is enough speed for like a bulky Gliscor, right? I'm not sure how much speed, bulky Gliscor runs, but we're running speed. So if that thing starts outspeeding us, I'll know for a fact that thing's like close to max speed. So we're Jolly Flash Fire, bulk up, Bitter Blade, Poltergeist, Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak picks off what we can pull. Poltergeist hits everything on the team, and Bitter Blade is for recovery. And bulk up is cool because if I can set up enough bulk ups on Arboliva, Gliscor gets to a point where it's not threatening to us, right? And I don't think my opponent is going to run Seed Sour plus Earthquake, so he's probably going to have like a high horsepower Gliscor to help with Ceruledge. But after a couple bulk ups and a few Bitter Blades, we are probably gonna 1v1 that Pokemon. We are Clear Amulet to avoid any kind of Strength Sap attempts. So that is Ceruledge for this week. And with that being said, we are moving on to Donphan. We are 252 HP, 8 attack, 248 defense, rapid spin, stealth rocks, high horsepower, ice spinner hits Gliscor, high horsepower, because I'm expecting a Seed Sour or Arboliva, and we can hit Iron Crown for good damage. We can even knock it out with a high horsepower depending on the rolls. And we are Impish Sturdy, very ABC Donphan set, very straightforward to the point. But this is our primary way of protecting the hazards on our field, or keeping them off the field, and then we can threaten mons like Iron Crown and T-Tar on his side. So the only downside, Vaporeon could come in on this mon for free because I don't get that much to hit it. Knockoff is very tempting on this, but I think Ice Spinner might be a little bit more valuable for Gliscor. So yeah, that's Donphan. And we are moving on to Latios. So we are max special attack, enough speed for Volcarona, 80 HP, Timid, Levitate, Psyshock, Trick, Earthquake, Ice Beam. Psyshock hits a +1 Volcarona on the defensive side. Trick allows me to either slow it down and stop it from clicking the buttons that it wants to click. Earthquake hits Iron Crown. This actually 2 shots Iron Crown. Speaking of which, I don't even know why I'm timid. I'm actually gonna make this thing naive. And then Ice Beam. Ice Beam is for Gliscor. So this is Latios, and the trick is also to help with Arboliva too. Arboliva wants to start Strength Sapping and Terra Fairying. We can trick it, and then that mon is no longer threatening to us. So that is our Latios for this week. And now we got our boy Greninja. We are 252 special attack, 196 speed. This is enough to outspeed Volcarona by 1 point. The rest we threw in HP. We can actually run Modest this week, and we can start, sludge waving and whatever we want to do, Dark Wolf serve, whatever. Because even with a Modest nature and this speed tier, we can outspeed Volcarona, we can outspeed pretty much this whole entire team. We are expert belt to make the most out of Sludge Wave because I'm expecting a Terra Fairy. Arboliva. So Greninja forces a ton of switches, so there are gonna be a lot of good turns where we get spikes, and spikes also punishes the opponent for not bringing him on top. So I'm expecting to see him on top, but if I don't, we're gonna be clicking spikes more often. And yeah, that's Greninja. And here we are with the keys of victory. So Sterilage is our primary win con. Once it gets going, it's extremely hard to stop. Milotic's Life Screen will help Sterilage set up with that. So if he ever goes Arboliva hard on Milotic, we just have a Life Screen and then go Sterilage, start bulking up. And then Milotic's Dragon Tails help phase out his Manny Sweepers, the Volcarona, the Iron Crown, the T-Tar with Dragon Dance can also be threatening. Maybe a Swords Dance Skill Score, whatever he wants to do, we have, Dragon Tail. And with that being said, man, this is a no pressure zone. This is our first match of SPDA, and wish your California Trailblazers the best of luck. You know what I'm saying? I really want to do well in this league, and yeah, man, Pokemaster is out.